Hello, welcome to the channel. I am Danny Lee, OGT. This is my partner in crime over there, OGL Schmidt, and he is my channel manager.
Hmm.
And I guess I'm the founder of this thing. um, Today we have a beloved song from my childhood, and it has a lot of context. We're going to try to not give so very much, but it's the song has been around. I mean, it's the equivalent of Madonna. So,
I see what you did there.
so sorry. No, it's got a little something to do with our children.
And chances are it's been in enough pop culture. Even if you're not aware of it, you've probably heard it somewhere.
Yeah, we're going to. So, Teach Your Children is a song written by Graham Nash in '68 when he was in the Hollies. Although never recorded in that group, the Hollies did record it live in '83. After the song was initially recorded from the album Crosby Stills Nash in '69, a much more enhanced version of the song was recorded and peaked at number 16 on the Billboard 100 that year. On the easy listening chart, it peaked 28, Canada, and so forth and so forth. It charted everywhere.
And the enhanced version was, of course, done with Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young.
Right. It's incredibly soft harmony, luster, and delicately composed material. Called it a smooth country flavored ballad that should prove an even bigger hit on the charts than Woodstock. Steve Stills gave the song its country swing, replacing the Henry VIII style of Nash's original demo. Nash, who was also an accomplished photographer and collector of photographs, associated the song's message with the famous 1962 photo by Diane Arbus, child with toy hand grenade in Central Park. Son of a bitch. Child with toy hand grenade in Central Park.
It's a strange picture. Just a very
It's a
mediocre-looking
strange
kid.
friggin' title.
Yeah.
I mean, the image which depicts a child with an angry expression holding a toy weapon. Oh, a toy, okay, still. Prompted Nash to reflect societal implications of the message given to your children about war and other issues. So yeah, you want to read the part about the Grateful Dead leader there?
Real quick, I just want to say regarding what he mentioned about what we tell kids about war and whatnot. I remember watching G.I. Joe as a kid, and my father, who was a veteran, just sort of looked at me and was like, just so you know, young man, in actual war, people get shot. And I never even thought, so it's like, oh my God, you're right. No one's hitting anything. So I do understand where he's coming from. But this song featured none other than one Jerry Garcia from the Grateful Dead on pedal steel guitar. He taught himself how to play the instrument during his tenure with the New Riders of the Purple Sage. That is an amazing band name. That is so 70s. He essentially recorded a series of pieces on it and they spliced them together to create the backing and the solo. And I love this. He basically did this in exchange for coaching from Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young on vocal harmonies. So him and the Grateful Dead could improve their vocal harmonies for their upcoming albums. So I love that. Just two bands trying to better each other musically.
Yeah, because the Grateful Dead had some of the greatest imagery and fan base and aura about it. And let's face it, acid. And I mean, even Tool sings about it with the dance tour. So I mean, yeah, it was a hippie fest, and it was a wonderful thing. Widespread Panic would always tour with them, and they just had like a cult following. Jerry Garcia's wife, I can't remember her name right now, in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, the Fame Studio, where the almonds, and I'm not sure if I'm sure Crosby Stills Nash has been there before. But anyway, Jerry Garcia's wife sang it backup in respect for Aretha Franklin. She was one of the backup singers. But yeah, you got Nash on lead vocals, harmony, acoustic, rhythm guitar, percussion. Crosby on harmony and vocals, Stills on rhythm guitar and bass guitar, Garcia on the steel guitar, Dallas Taylor drums, tambourine, percussion. So it charted every damn word. This is the interesting part that I thought. Wait a minute, here's something about AIDS awareness. So we just done the read that Red Hot part right there real quick. Would you, please?
In 1994, Crosby, Stills, and Nash re-recorded the song with guest vocals from country music artists Susie Bogus, Alison Krauss, and Kathy Mattea, crediting the recording to the Red Hots. This version was included on the album Red Hot Plus Country, a release by the Red Hot organization benefiting AIDS awareness. The Red Hot's version of the song spent 1 week on the Hot Country Songs chart in October 1994 at number 75. And again, I love that. Just a new generation discovering the song. I did not either.
So, in pop culture, 1971, Teach Your Children was the final song in the movie Melody. 79, the song was featured in WKRP in Cincinnati episode, I Want to Keep My Baby. In 84, the Democrat candidate Walter Mondale used the song for a presidential campaign commercial on arms control. 85, the song was modified with lyrics on TV commercial promoting schools' use of Apple II, family or personal computers. 91, the song was featured in The Wonder Years. Fred Savage, Whoopi, Winnie, whatever. The episode Road Trip. In 1993, The Simpsons episode Margin Change. David Crosby makes a cameo as Lionel Hutz, 12-step sponsor, who tells him, just take it one day at a time and know that I love you, paraphrasing the song's lyrics. In 06, it was sung by Steve Carell and Ryan Wilson on The Office episode Take Your Daughter to Work Day. 15, song was covered by Matthew Morrison in the series finale episode of Glee, Dreams Come True. And in 2018, the song was used frequently in the X-Files episode Bunch of Bucket Letters. Is
RM9SBG93ZXJZ. That's the actual episode title, guys. Yeah, X-Files is a weird show.
At least it's top 3, man. My favorite shows ever.
No doubt.
I love the quick plug on the Expedition X off of a spinoff of Expedition Unknown, Josh Gates, where it's basically she is the believer, he is the skeptic. So it's kind of like opposite.
Reverse, yeah. It's cool.
So yeah, and you can see here, there's just tons and tons and tons and tons of, like I said, is all of it. It's a folk rock country. So what do they call it up here? Country rock.
Country rock.
And folk rock, yeah. So
not even 3 minutes long.
So let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, the lyrics. Damn it, I stopped sharing. Ozzy would be mad. Yeah.
Ball lightning, man.
Ball lightning. Osborne's We Want to Believe. It's so good. All right. You who are on the road must have a code that you can live by. And so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well. Their father's hell did slowly go by. And feed them on your dreams, the ones they picks. The one they picks, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So you just look at them and sigh and know they love you. Damn, this is a well-written song.
Yeah.
And you, can you hear? Of tender years And do you care? Can't you know the fears? And can you see? Marsh Tucker Band. That your elders grew by. We must be free. And so, please help to teach your children them with your youth what you believe in. They seek the truth, make a world before they can die, that we can live in. And teach your parents well, their children's hell will slowly go by. And feed them on your dreams, the one they picks, the one you'll know by. Did you ever ask them why? If they told you, you will cry. So you just look at them and sigh. Know they love you. Damn, that made me cry.
Yeah, it's
Son of a
beautiful
bitch.
lyrics. Apparently, Nash wrote this, at least to some degree, about his relationship with his father, who had spent some time in prison. It's just about. It seems to be about generations learning from each other. Circle of life.
And learning from the generation, it kind of
Yep.
kicked back there, I thought. So we're going to start this new review of songs. So we'll be bigger. There's no sense in us being a little bitty. If I just feel like this is the time to do this. It doesn't matter what it lands on. There
But
you
it's
go.
positive. That vibe was correct.
The other end is negative. It's not double sided. I love that thing. All right, let's do this. Egon.
You who are on the road must have a code that you can live by, and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye. Teach your children well, their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, the one they picked, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh. And know they love you.
I didn't want to do it. That's half the song. I muted you again. I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone. I've heard the song, so I can't really react on the instrumentals. I didn't know the words.
So the country feel kicked in right off the bat. That was an apt description of it. Did have sort of that swing going on. Just a seemingly simple acoustic guitar strumming pattern there that definitely sort of set the stage. And their vocal harmonies are just next level, out of this world. They, I mean, that's their bread and butter. That's what they're known for. But again, not being terribly familiar with their actual back catalog. Yeah, I'm always struck by how good their harmonies are, and just the construction of them. Like the chords are basically using, and just how they sometimes do unison, sometimes they do counterpoint. This, as far as they're just really good at vocal arrangement. Again, nowadays you get all these a cappella groups like Home Free and Voice Play. that are on the rise, and that comes from groups like that. I mean, the Crosby, Stills, and Nash could be, they could be an a cappella group if they wanted to be. But I love how they add the, the acoustic guitar. And Jerry Garcia is pretty good at that pedal steel. His part had some pep in it. I thought it sort of gave the song a sprinkling of energy. And I also want to say I like how this song seems to be sympathetic to both generations, where you like a lot of rock and roll is like the defiant youth. It's like, oh, these old people don't know anything. And then there's the others that's like, oh, these young people are so naive. Here it's just like, oh, hey, we're all learning, we're all growing. Let's just listen to each other. And I love that.
The world needs a lot more communication, a lot less humility, more humanity. So, and a lot more honesty.
Yeah.
Because hard conversations are hard for a reason, because they mean something, and they may change things, whether it be for you or the person you're talking to, but they're important. And I would just say, on a lighter note, it's funny how they compare an easy listening song like this to early 70s country music, because early 70s country music was doing cocaine and fighting in the bar rooms and the electric guitars and beating the shit out of people, and everybody was in jail. It was not what you want to teach your children. The realness of it was, but be who you are. But those guys, Pearl Haggard, I turned 21 in prison doing live without parole. Anyway, so
you want your kids to have Merle's singing and songwriting skills. You don't necessarily want them to make the same life decisions that Merle made.
Yeah, you want them to have Hank Williams Jr.'s will and determination, but not his attitude sometimes.
Yes.
Which I love him for it, don't get me wrong, but I don't want my kids,
be as cool as Johnny Cash. Just do not shoot a man in Reno just to watch him die. That will not turn out well for anybody.
Johnny Cash was his godfather. Jim Carter Cash was his godmother. So anyway, let's get back to it. I will go back. He gone, damn it, I forgot, but I'm coming. It just means turn our mics off. Ghostbusters reference.
Goodbye. Teach your children well. Their father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams. The one they picked, the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh, and know they love you. And you of tender years can't know the fears that your elders grew by, and so please help them with your youth. They see the truth before they can die. Teach your parents well. Their children's hell will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams. The one that they picked, the one you know by. Don't you ever ask them why. If they told you, you would cry. So just look at them and sigh.
steel guitar, and those tambourines. Those are maracas, one or the other. It was either a tambourine or maraca. Could you
Yeah,
hear
those are
'em?
nice touch to sort of spruce up the rhythmic aspect of the song.
Yeah, they started it. The song didn't start with them.
Must have a code that you can live by,
Acoustic
Hey, here's
guitar.
what come in.
and so become yourself, because the past is just a goodbye.
Here they come.
Teach your children well,
Takes the tambourine.
their
Yeah.
father's hell did slowly go by, and feed them.
Yeah, he's
on
killing
your
that steel guitar.
the
Good
one
job,
they
Barry.
picks,
Yeah,
the
major
one
props.
you know by. Don't
Yeah,
you
great.
ever ask them why, if they told you would.
That was a great picture too.
Yeah. So it really kind of sounds like the harmonies that the
Neil
guys are
Young.
doing.
Neil Young's not in this song.
It doesn't seem like it. I'm not hearing
Don't know
him.
why Scott and Young. Maybe because he was on some of the
I think
songs. But
the last Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young reaction we did, I think I remember hearing in a comment that Young
yeah,
wasn't
there
in that.
was like the Carry On.
So I don't
And
know
this
why
this is the album of Carry On because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it said it was on side 2.
So I'm not sure why they don't just say Crosby, Stills, and Nash with special guest Neil Young or something like that. I mean, props to him for giving him a general credit as part of the band, but that does make things a bit confusing when we don't have a video to
Maybe
go
they
by.
deported him back to Canada for being illegally. That's just a joke.
Yes.
The friendly debate between Sweet Home Alabama. It was very friendly, by the way.
Handle things like adults. That was good to see.
I thought it was funny. He wasn't even from here. Illegally.
But what I don't know if this was intentional, but it sounds to me like the harmonies that the guys were doing, they kind of had that rich, seasoned sound. So I guess the harmonies were maybe the parents, the older generation with all this experience stored up. And Jerry Garcia's pedal steel, which was really bouncy and really playful, maybe that was sort of that could symbolize the children who have all this energy and all this desire to learn and to make a mark. So I don't know if that was
That's it.
intentional, but it's a cool,
That's a good
it's a little,
observation.
a cool bit of sonic storytelling, I guess. But yeah, I'm sorry.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash are the band that were at a party or something, and they did something a cappella, and then they realized, oh shit, we've got this thing here.
We're kind of good at this, yeah.
But that was, I am thinking of the right reaction, right? We do something different. That was the Allman Brothers.
No,
I
I'm
don't
pretty
know.
sure it was because I think
It
it
might
was
have been.
I think it
might
was
have been
two
on
of them
Carry On.
harmonizing, and Crosby and Nash harmonized, and then Stephen Stills came in and just started singing with them, and they were kind of like, "Dang, this sounds good."
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
pretty damn good at this.
And it does sound like I mentioned before. It's like through a lot of the first part of the song, they're singing in unison or at least in harmony, but it's like all three voices singing as one, which is really hard to do, especially when they're doing slides and runs. You've got to be so like surgically precise with your timing on that.
A
But
lot of
then
singers can't even do it with themselves.
Yeah.
Like they can't even double themselves and sing with
Yeah.
themselves. So
But then when I guess the last verse when they opened up and they started doing those counterpart harmonies, just like I said, their arrangement skills with vocal tracks like that is just amazing. It's a beautiful sound. Like they've got a great blend. They were definitely, I could see them sort of, anyone that heard them when they first started singing together had to be like, whoa, what the hell is that? You guys are good.
Well, I love to go and damn, there was a live version of it right there 10 years ago. Anyway, I always love to go into a song and read what the fans have to say because after all, they are the the people who matter the most. They're the ones that know the most about the songs, the bands, or whatever. So anyway, the first few comments I know I'm not sharing the screen anymore, but Graham Nash is one of the most underrated songwriters of all time. Such a simple tune, but undoubtedly timeless. Well done, Graham. Another comment. No yelling, screaming, smashing, just smooth, easy listening. I love it. Another one. 2024 April, this song will always remind me of good and bad times in equal measure. A timeless classic. The balance. It's beautiful. Couple more. Seriously, teach your kids your morals. I'm not a parent yet, but I am a daughter. Thank God for all the amazing parents out there. Second that. The song has always been timeless. During this dark, dismal time, hold your children tight, teach them well. This is what we all need to do. One more. It's a different world than the one I was raised when I was raised. But what hasn't changed is that everyone needs to teach their children well. Manners and respect will always help you get somewhere in life. Yeah, my mother always told me you'll catch more flies or bees with honey, I think. So be kind and humble, even with some. And especially if you're talking to somebody, I think she was more talking about somebody like a telemarketer or someone that's handling your food or something. I'm saying, we both worked in the food industries, and I've seen people throw people's shit on the floor because they were mean enough, and I never done that. I think I did pick a few cheese sticks up off the floor one time, throw them back in the thing, but that's about the worst I've ever done. I've eaten them off the floor too, so I don't mean somebody else should.
It is
But,
amazing how much impact sometimes just a few kind words can have to someone, even someone who seems initially hostile. If you're able
Yeah.
to take that and just sort of respond with kindness, that's always cool to see when something starts confrontational and ends up being friendly. So just
We've had some negative comments, not that many, on our channel, and sometimes I will respond in a non-combative way, but trying to get my point across, or not my point, trying to get my point of view. It's why I done whatever it is they're mad about. And at first they don't want to listen, but before you know it, you have a great friend, someone that you talk to for a long time. I mean, a lot of my favorite people out of our subs are people that I didn't get along with off gate. We started out with an argument. So Ken Blythe is a good example of the Aussie Army. I like that guy. Cool. So anyway, yeah, this is a really long reaction, but for a 3-minute song. But
it's a pretty amazing song, though. The world is always going to change, but teaching your children, that's always going to be paramount. Always going to be
mamas,
necessary.
don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. That's probably gonna be your next song, okay? So, Waylon Jennings, but he was a very good role model. Don't get me wrong. The original Outlaw was a very humble guy.
Aspire to be as cool as.
Yeah. Played bass for Buddy Holly, and I think they had a band, the Hollies, is who originally wrote this song, right?
Yep.
I know it wasn't Buddy Holly, but
yeah.
But yeah, it's funny how everything goes full cycle.
Aspire to be as cool as Waylon, but it won't happen. He was the coolest.
There is truth in that your kids will end up teaching you, if it's nothing else but about technology, how to work a phone, the new lingo, or when your mind starts giving way and you don't realize it yet. Not like Alzheimer's, but just older age, and your kids remind you of something and you think they're wrong, and then you feel bad when you find out they were actually right. So it's a two-way street with love.
When you're older, you get set in your ways. You sort of close the doors. Kids can open those back up and unset you from those ways.
Yep.
Friends from another generation can do that too.
That is true.
Yep.
and partners and bad relationships can slam them son of a bitches.
Yep.
That's okay, man. Just open it back up. All right. Much love. Mental health is real. We must promote that. We advocate that here, and it's an important thing to me. So there are ways
Everybody
to
who
support
watched
the
this,
channel.
thank you. The ones that are still around, you guys are amazing.
Yeah, there's ways to support the channel. We never talk about it till the end. That way, if you made it this far, then you're obviously interested. So, $1.99. There's a $4.99 option. There's no difference. $1.99 channel member, live, members only, live streams. We talk
Bonus
mental health,
content,
talk
all
music.
kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and you get reactions. You get 2 reactions. Off gate, whatever. Almost ain't Keith Urban. He got his copyright strike. All right. Much love.
Love you all.
Peace
Thank you
out.
very much.